down.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, we're live. We're just doing audio here. Hello, everybody. My name is LoveBot. This is my two good friends, Sokoloni and the Green Snowdog. I'll be playing Yoshi's Story on Melons, which is like the hardest way of playing the game. The one lap part of the category name just states that we're only playing through the game once, because the levels in this game are put together really weirdly, so you can only ever do 6 stages in one playthrough. So if you want to play all 24 stages, you gotta beat the game 4 times in a row. So we'll just be doing a single playthrough today. But before we start, I need to hear what is the current winning Yoshi?
And I will tell you right now, it's going to be roll. Little roll there, and it's going to be red.
Red
with
Yoshi.
$90.
Didn't get sniped.
And if that changes during the run, just let me know, because I get a chance to select Yoshi at every single stage. So we have 6 chances. So if somebody snipes that during the run, let me know.
Yeah, let me
Someone,
change that
someone
real
snipes
quick.
it to pink.
Yeah, please don't do
Let me
that.
change that real quick then.
Pink is just the most annoying thing to select. So, but I am ready if you guys are ready and Tech is ready. Let's go. All right, I'll give you a countdown from 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, as I mentioned, you can only do 1 stage per world. When you've done that page or that world, you just move on. So as I explained, in order to do more stages, you will have to beat the game multiple times. And in order to unlock stages that we play, you have to pick up these big power hearts that you'll see me collect through the stage. And specifically for this stage, I will be picking up more than I need, just because in order to get the very last melon on this stage, you need to have collected every single secret in the stage, which means every single melon and every single power heart. And one mechanic that you already see me using a lot is called tongue mashing, essentially, or tongue jumping. If you hold A while jumping and mash B as fast as you can, for every frame, for the first frame that the tongue is out, Yoshi has no gravity, so you can jump much, much higher and further than you're supposed to.
Also, this is the easiest minigame out of all of them, isn't it?
Yo, yeah, it is. Well, if you don't count the practice stage one, which is like 3 steps and you're done. And please, if I accidentally select the wrong Yoshi, because we're used to just mashing for green, because that's the fastest, please butt in and let me know so I can correct the error. Also, I'm trying to always get what's called a dustless ground pound, and that is if you trigger a ground pound immediately before touching the ground, you have no dust animation, which causes like 40 frames of Yoshi being stuck on the ground. We can save that time, so every single time you see me ground pound, I'm going for that dustless.
But also, the dust is you have a bigger frame, much more room to do it if you aim an egg at the same time as ground pounding.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it extends the window where you can get it by like 10 frames or something, so it becomes not like free and easy, but it's definitely much easier. And here's the melon I was talking about. There's nothing up here to indicate there's a melon, but you get it when you pass that after having done everything.
How hard is it to find all these melons anyways, if you don't know where they are?
Casually, I would say it's not so much that it's hard, it just takes a long time, because there's a sniffing mechanic in the game where you're supposed to walk and sniff the ground.
Okay.
And that's like obviously very, very slow, but that's how the game is meant to be played. And here after each stage, I'm resetting the console because we have roughly a 30-second cutscene that is unskippable, unless if you reset the console, it just checks the flag as you have already done so, and you can jump straight into the next stage. So even with playing on a Wii, I didn't mention that, I'm playing it on a Wii Virtual Console version. This is an N64 game. And even with the text saying that you need the classic controller, this still ends up being very, very... I already did the mistake there.
Oh.
You see? I'm so used to mashing. I'm glad I caught it early on, because last run I did at ESA November, I really messed that up and played through the game with the wrong Yoshi for pretty much the entire
Well,
way,
one
so.
thing, it was pink.
Yeah. Pink is the most annoying one to select. But estimate-wise, there is room for making small mistakes like this, so we should be fine. My PB is 21.5 minutes, so... Red Yoshi.
Can I just read a couple donations?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we've got a $25 from Plastic Rainbow that says, here's the extra $25 that I promised. We have a $10 donation from Astraman saying good luck to all the runners and thanks for your hard work. And we have a $25 donation from Robosparkle that says, hey Stream and Knuckles, just wanted to donate and Knuckles to say I'm having an amazing time here and best of luck to LoveBot and Knuckles in the Yoshi Story run. Which makes me think we are actually at $411 for the Knuckles and Knuckles run on Sonic Mania Plus. So if you want to see that happen, don't hesitate to donate.
We need the more Knuckles in it.
Yeah, this stage, Black Spoiler, is a huge step up in difficulty from the first stage. This is very notorious, and we do this stage in every single category because it's very, very fast. And here's a bit of a skip. I did the safe way of doing that skip because that's a very easy way to die. Don't worry, I'm fine. If you take damage going into the lava, you don't die, so that was lucky. And I actually need this, so I'm doing the same thing here by taking damage and getting out of the lava again.
For anyone that just walked in and just see LoveBot walk out of the lava alive, don't worry, this is normal.
Yeah, and this is a big skip coming up here. Hopefully I get this. I'm just gonna go to the end. Yeah. No, I didn't. Okay, so that's, I kinda knew, or not knew that was gonna happen. I was fearing that was gonna happen because that's a very, very hard trick to pull off.
Well, sad, Red Yoshi's gone.
Red Yoshi is gone now, but there is a chance to revive him again during the run, so I'll go for that if I get the chance. Here we just have to be a little bit careful now because I can't eat any fruit. This is all melons. I can only eat melons. So now I need to be a little bit careful with taking damage because I obviously don't have a whole lot of HP. Oh, that was a muscle memory.
Yeah, of course, because you can see sometimes there's like a little coin above it to indicate there is one, but again, the sniffing mechanic, if you zoom in, but then you can't really go fast.
This is the sniffing mechanic, by the way. And you can only walk while doing that. So if you're playing this stage on N64, it's actually faster to do the zoom-in strat for the entire stage and jump, because it reduces a bit of lag that this stage has. And infinitely fluttering in this game is pretty easy. Like, it doesn't take that long to learn compared to like Yoshi's Island, for example, where it's like very precise. This game, not so much.
Are you able to revive Yoshi in this stage, or?
No, I don't recall being one in this stage. Oh, wait, there is in the minigame.
Oh. And you're fine.
And we're fine. Okay. So yeah, in this room with the minigame, we have a white Yoshi, and unlocking or like getting... Oh, sorry, not white Yoshi, a white Shy Guy.
Oh, yeah.
And picking up a white Shy Guy will let you respawn one of your dead Yoshis.
Can I read a couple of donations?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we have a $10 donation from John Backen that says, gotta go fast. We have a $5 donation from Momo Peaches SR that says, hey LoveBot, you did great in your topsy-turvy run yesterday and I'm excited to watch your Yoshi Story run. You got this, man. Also remember, get all of these melons. And a $10 donation from Melon Engineer that says, I used to love playing this game as a kid, even though I wasn't very good at it. Had to donate for the best category. You got this, LoveBot.
Thank you. And there's the last melon. So yeah, we got the white Shy Guy, so now we got the red Yoshi back. Sorry about that mess up there, but it happens.
It's melons.
Yeah.
What else?
It's a very, very unforgiving category. Not just from having to do skips that can kill me, but if I at any point accidentally eat like a banana or a grape or something, the run is technically over. For the sake of marathons, we always just continue and like act like that banana was a melon. Because otherwise I'd have to redo the entire stage. There's no way of spitting out a fruit that you've already consumed. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but there's always a chance, because a lot of the melons will be like packed in between other fruits. Okay, frustration. Actually a really difficult stage as well. Has like skips from the very beginning. I was like, where's White Shy Guy? There he was. So now we have to watch the small animation of Yoshi
Oh yeah,
being...
this.
We never get to see this because usually if you die on a run, it's over. But here we go. Bit of a clap as well. And Red Yoshi's back.
I forgot this cutscene was even a thing.
Yeah. So yeah, frustration. Already here in the beginning, the game wants me to take this wheel. We don't do that. We just straight go over it. And tongue jump into infinite flutters. See if I can get above the bird here.
Oh.
Nice, very nice. And here's some tricky movement. I gotta eat Lucky 2 without eating the... I got him.
Yeah.
There's a watermelon right by Lucky 2 there, so there's a huge chance of accidentally eating that. That might have looked slow, but I'm very purposely aiming at a specific spot for that shot, so it hits all the stones. And here's another skip that's way harder than the first one. Oh, I missed that. No problem, I'm just gonna end the minigame real quick so I don't lose these melons and go back and pick it up. Because you gotta get all those 3 melons while skipping the wheel and you're on a timer. There we go. And here in the next room, there's a very, very small optimization that nobody has thought about until like a few days ago. It's like, dude, why does nobody do this? And it saves a bit of time, so I'll show when we get there.
But we have to wait for these.
Yeah. I got on a bad cycle there, so I had to sadly wait for those. Okay, so here, the next melon we would normally like stop and get. I figured out like if you aim an egg right in between there, you can like snag it, which I then didn't do. There we go. You can actually get that in full movement.
Makes sense.
And we're coming up on our first and only like midway boss. Each of these like halfway stages will have a boss. And this minigame is actually really difficult, so I'm gonna focus here for a second. Okay, there we go. It looks easy, but getting that angle down on the control stick without accidentally jumping and ground pounding. So in this game, if you at all tilt your control stick at a downwards angle, like diagonally even, you'll ground pound. So accidental ground pounds in this game are very, very bad, and you can't stop it again. As if you lock into a ground pound, that's it. You're gonna be ground pounding. But yeah, here's Don Bongo, the big rubbery lip boss. And all the bosses in this game are pretty trivial.
You'll see this, why.
Yeah. And I even missed, and I got hit. Beautiful, beautiful.
Then,
the
of course you float. Oh, yeah, that. Free kisses. No.
No, I need to turn him around now. This was such a bad boss fight. There we go. So it's a little bit of RNG that those pots and pans landed on me, but I just reacted really poorly to it. Normally you would just eat upwards and eat them.
But hey, there was a big thing with big lips coming after you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the halfway point of the game. And please, I know you know the game. You don't play the game. If you have any questions about like what's going on, just let me know. Because if you have questions, other people might have as well. So
Sure.
But yeah, so next stage, Jungle Puddle, has a really big hazard, which is the big... It's not a cheap, it looks like a cheap, but they're called blurbs, I think. There's like a huge fish, basically, and if it gets you, it's a one-shot.
Okay. Red Yoshi?
I did it.
Red Yoshi.
You just said it, and I just mashed.
I just had the realization.
Yeah.
Wait, red.
I'm so sorry. It's such a muscle memory kind of thing.
Unless it changed?
Yeah.
Didn't change and still a Red Yoshi.
Okay.
Can I do a couple plugs, by the way?
Yeah, while we do this, please.
Okay, no problem. So I would like to thank the Yeti, that is our sponsor this year. They actually have a line of t-shirts and pins for ESA, precisely 3 t-shirts and a pin. I actually love the ice cream design for pretty much inside joke reasons. And remember that for every shirt you buy, $5 actually go to the charity. And for every pin you buy, $4 actually go to charity. And I will actually also read a single donation, a $25 donation from Neb, saying, "Hey LoveBot, we're cheering you on in the chat. You've got this."
Thank you so much, Nib. Can I please get this? It's no biggie if I don't get that spiky. I'll just eat it here instead. But we need the 1 egg for this. And here I specifically want to get a Dustus ground pound, which I didn't. I'm just going to ground pound here then. If I get... So, if your ground pound gets cancelled by you, for example, doing it on a box, the next time you ground pound, you will get the dust animation, regardless of you did like the glitchy ground pound or not. And that just so happens to be in a spot where the fish could actually potentially get you.
Actually makes a bit of sense.
Yeah, so I purposely ground pounded there just to get rid of that lag, so it doesn't happen and I get eaten by the fish.
Also, for some reason, I remember someone did it by accident and somehow figured out that you just can swim up.
Yeah, right in that position. It's actually me that found it. We don't really know exactly what happened, but taking damage, sticking your tongue out and jumping or something at the same time, right as where the water meets the ground, makes Yoshi able to like swim in midair. But it's useless. It looks really cool, but there's like no use for it at all.
But it's majestic.
Yeah. Okay, and here coming up is the hardest minigame of the run, pretty much. And you'll see why. This is a stacking minigame again, but I gotta jump up a lot of steps. So I'm purposely taking this slow because in practice I failed this a lot of times. So I'm taking this slow on purpose here. Normally you would want to go full speed, but that is really, really difficult, trust me.
Alright.
So yeah, I'd rather take that slow and not have to redo everything.
You say this is the difficult one. For me, it's the last one.
The last one is really hard as well, for sure. But yeah, I personally find this one to be a bit harder.
Yeah, because you want to go fast in the right angle and everything, but the last one is just...
Yeah, you'll see when we get there. Okay, so this fish will spit at me and then also try to eat me. And now we got both of them. Most boring segment of the stage coming up now.
I love that when you get 5 and then 1 left, it's like he's getting happier, and the scoreboard is just his happiness mode.
Yeah.
It is just a happy game. What else?
It is a happy game. The premise of the game is literally get Yoshi as happy as possible so that you can beat Bowser. Or Baby Bowser, rather. And last melon coming up. Ooh, that was a beautiful jump.
But the melon was just too far.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was easy.
Okay, so next stage coming up actually has a big RNG manipulation trick that I cannot pull off because you need green Yoshi in order to do it. But I'm also really, really bad at it. I'll show you with red Yoshi the movement that I would be doing and explain a little bit what's going on. So in this game, whenever we reset the console, the RNG seed gets reset back to the default position. And every single footstep that Yoshis take will tick the RNG. So like the sounds that you make, the footsteps you make, and so on will tick the RNG, even on the character select screen. So that's why it's impossible to pull off the trick if I don't pick green Yoshi at the first frame that it's possible to pick that Yoshi. But I'm gonna show you like the premise of it anyway. So I'm supposed to jump and flutter at that very specific point, ground pound, and wait here until Lucky 2 comes. He has about 10% chance to drop a melon, 90% chance to drop a spike ball, and we need 5 melons in total over the course of this stage. And this is like beautiful RNG, as you can see. Like he's just entirely ripping me apart right now. One. I need 5. If he doesn't give me all the 5 on the first pass, I can pass through the level again. One more, right? I need one more.
One more.
If you oh, that's actually really, really good.
Nice.
So we have another melon right there.
No.
Get up, please. Thank you. So now for the first flutter minigame that a lot of people that watch me like stream this game is like, dude, how is that even possible? I played this as a kid and it's like actually impossible. But again, once you know how to do infinite flutters,
it's just all about the timing.
Yeah. And I'm using tongues in between there to get a little bit more distance.
Yeah.
And I'm zooming in there because effectively when you zoom in, the level size is smaller. So Lucky 2 will always come from the corner of what you can see. So if you zoom in, that's just closer to Yoshi.
Also, he not one, so it won't hurt us.
Whoops. Alright, actually it took a damage there.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I just didn't want to have those coins despawn, because then the melon is gone. That's the thing about melon category as well. Any mistakes that like despawns fruit that comes from like okay, so if you just shoot a bubble with a melon in and you off-screen that melon, it will be in the bubble again next time you come around. But if that melon came from a mini game or some other kind of in-game event, it's gone forever. So missing stuff is actually really bad. I'm just gonna get a few eggs for safety here.
You never know you need them.
Exactly. A little bit of a skip here, if I can get it. I think I jumped a bit too early. Yeah, I'm gonna do an extra flutter.
Yeah.
But
No,
we still
you're
got
fine.
up
Wow.
here. Okay, if I can... There's a trick here called water boosting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't get it. So it's super precise. If I don't move the exact right way every single time, it's like impossible to get.
Oh,
Oh, I was so tempted trying it there.
I'm slightly worried that
Yeah.
it will just push you down.
What did that water boost do exactly?
Yeah, so you basically can preserve your momentum in this game if... I can actually show it. So if you turn backwards and jump like this, Yoshi just keeps moving. And the water pushes you back insanely fast. So effectively you can just get a big... It's almost like a backwards long jump from Mario, to be honest.
But also it might be a bit difficult because you have to attack the 4 Shy Guys in a row. And
Yeah.
if you don't hit them all at once, then you lost it.
The row of 4 Shy Guys, not only do you have to hit all of them, they have to die from the left to the right. If one of the middle ones die first, you don't get a melon.
And again, Yoshi smooth.
Yeah. But that was actually really, really good. I was very afraid of that stage because of the fact that Lucky 2 can just give you so bad luck that you have to pass through multiple times. So this was pretty good.
Alright, so now the last one, and yeah,
Yeah.
we
so
just hope we can make it out with all melons.
So these last stages will always be like a castle stage, and they are much like more difficult, and they're pretty long as well. And already here in the... Oh, I did it again. I'm so used to it. I'm so used to it.
Well,
I should have had like a big sign in front of me just saying red. But yeah, so in the beginning of this stage, there's a little bit of a small skip we can do by manipulating the camera so that there's like some blade cycles that will just be in a better cycle for me, so I don't have to wait for anything.
I'm pretty strong red Yoshi's just all the way through. Even though he died and came back, he's fine.
Ooh, oh, that was very close. I got it though. So if you don't do the zoom in strat and move really fast there, you have to just walk behind the blades and wait for them, and we obviously don't want to do that. And here I'm a bit on a timer. It's not so hard getting there in time, but just gotta make it up here and eat these 2 melons, because these will despawn when this timer runs out.
But then, of course, if you want to be safe, there's the other switch that you can extend.
Yeah, there's a double switch. Here we need to get the key that unlocks the door that we saw in the very beginning of the stage.
From that creature.
Actually, you need to kill both of them, but it is that creature, which I don't know what enemy that is. But yeah, he's the one who drops it, but you actually need to clear the room entirely. So that's another Shy Guy.
And for safety, you gotta hit the checkpoints.
I was about to say, for this room, I will hit the checkpoint here for safety, because you have to fall all the way down to the bottom and eat melons on the way. And if I miss any melons, I obviously can't just go back up if I didn't. You see? Okay, I'm just gonna take the check. I didn't want to risk like getting the apple by infinite fluttering back up there.
Yeah, that one has 2, so it's better just probably not to get it. So okay, just one missed out.
There's a checkpoint right here, so it's not that biggie. Like during a PB attempt, obviously that's really annoying, but it's not that big of a time loss.
Here's the one, and that's it.
Let me down!
Just the bounce ball is never gonna let you go.
And let's see if we can just pull off a teeny tiny bit of egg swag strats here. Hell yeah. I don't even get the egg. I'm just doing that because it's kind of fun.
Oh, wait, you don't.
I would have to wait for the egg to hit Yoshi in order to actually pick it up. So.
I thought it did.
No, it didn't. Okay, but we are almost done. So I don't pick up the super happy there on purpose, because them dropping the thwomps actually counts as a ground pound. So if I'm super happy, them dropping one of those just means that that all the bubbles just pop. Ooh, that's... You know what? I'm just gonna do this because I took the checkpoint real quick. We're right at the end. I would have to...
Should we check what's the second one in the...
Yeah, what's the... I think green is the second best Yoshi, right? Or the second winning Yoshi. Just because if I didn't do that, it would take way longer. Which Yoshi are we finishing with?
It's actually green for the second one.
Sorry about that, but I could have saved myself by infinite fluttering. It would just have taken way longer than that respawn there. Okay, so here I'm gonna attempt this, but this is a really, really difficult auto-scroller skip. If I don't sense this going well, I'm just gonna try going back to the platform. But this is the biggest and hardest skip in the game. Well, I got it. I have no sound.
Yeah, grab that and then you can get up easier.
Yeah, I'll be back, okay?
Use an egg?
Just a few more.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no!
But we're fine.
So, so the platform actually got there. Thank you. No, that was actually... If not for the end, that was textbook. I got the skip, and I've actually... I didn't want to say this, but I've actually never gotten the skip in actual attempts before. So I just thought, why not go for it?
Well, you showed anyway.
Last minigame, and this is why this one is a bit difficult. Each melon comes down one by one. So this is the hard part about the minigame, is like stacking them in the first place.
Oh wait, you go.
Sorry, no, I just want to know how much that big skip in the previous room saves.
15 seconds.
Okay.
But we saved just 0 seconds because, as you saw, the platform that I was skipping was like at the end. Right. Okay. But yeah, it saves about 15 seconds, so it's actually a really big skip. And I can see we're just going overestimate here, but... Oh, and I'm missing a melon somehow. You know what?
Wait, no. Isn't it back in the... Did you miss one swinging, I think?
Did I? No, I got the... Never mind, I'm not... We are going overestimate, so there's no time for that. That was a melon. That was a watermelon.
It's still a melon.
Okay, so Baby Bowser fight. On the Japanese version of the game, Yoshi is set in such a position you can just stand still and shoot. On American version, we need to get some eggs here. But this is the fight. It's very true. You just stand here after getting the super happy and spam eggs into the ground. There we go. And time is coming up on the last score screen, but that was the game. And I'm so sorry about all the mess-ups, but the game is really, really brutal. People call it like a Baby Yoshi game, but trust me, try playing the game, only getting the melons and doing all the skips. It's actually really, really difficult.
Well, we can say you got everything with melons. Even though one was a watermelon, it still counts as a melon.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty pleased with how this went. Like, sure, we went 2 minutes over estimate, but it could have been a lot worse. And time is coming up on the name screen in 3, 2, 1, time.
Almost 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is LoveBot. If you guys have anything to say, your names, anything? No.
My name has been said.
Yeah, thank you so much for letting me run at these marathons. I really enjoy coming here, and I'm very passionate about this game. I'm a little bit better than what it seemed like here, but that's how it goes, right? Yeah, that's true. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Peace.